Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'd like to share with you my first impressions, swatches and a tutorial using a brand new palette to me, and it is the original Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. So the packaging looks like this. It is very Egyptian inspired. I absolutely love anything Egyptian. I love the Egyptian history, just absolutely amazing. I've always been inspired and also very interested in that as well. So on the back it gives you the ingredients, and also there's a little bit of writing as well, so I'll read that out. It says the Nubian palette by Juvia's was inspired by an African empire and old Egypt headed by the beauty icon Nefertiti. Famously endowed with strength and spirituality, this palette consists of 12 shades, beautifully coordinated to be reflective on golds, coppers, browns and nudes, as seen in an Egyptian empire. Now in my mind's eye that really does evoke, you know, very gold. You know, we know that in Egypt, Egyptian history, everything was luxurious, sumptuous, golds, you know, and that actually bit of writing there really does evoke that, like I say, in my mind's eye. Now when you take the palette out of the box there, it's all wrapped in a double layer of bubble wrap, so hopefully it's not going to get damaged. It is a smaller palette and it is card, so let me just show you, let me just open it. So it is card, you can see that, so it's quite a thin palette, so easily transportable. It's also quite a small palette as well, so obviously if you're going away, traveling, on holiday, whatever, this is going to be really handy for that. It is a palette made up of nudes, and then when you open it, so obviously on the front you've got that Egyptian inspired, so like the front, whereas there's 3 Egyptian heads there, this one is 1, and then when you open it up, that artwork is then duplicated on the inside palette as well. You also get a little bit of plastic. There's no names in this one at all, and I do know that in future palettes the names are on there, but not this one. So this is dedicated to nudes. It looks absolutely stunning. I ordered this one not thinking that I was going to get any others. There were, I think, 4 palettes on Beauty Bay. 2 have already sold out, and what's left is the Nubian one, this one obviously, and then the Nubian 2, which I've also ordered. Now originally I thought I was just going to go for this because I love warm nudes, just amazing, and I had heard really good things about this palette, so I thought I'd get this. It was £28 from beautybay.com, and obviously the link will be down below. But yeah, I was really excited about this one and just ordered this, but actually I thought, no, I've got to step out of my comfort zone. So yes, I've ordered the other one as well, and in fact from what I can see on YouTube videos, the Nubian 2 does seem to be a lot of people's favourites, because in that one it has nudes and a little bit of bright, there's a few bright shades in there. But obviously I wanted to try this first, to step into this brand and ease myself into it, and I know that I love nudes, so obviously this is why I picked up this one. So what I'm going to do now is do swatches, and then of course I'm going to create a look for you as well. So I can't tell you the names, but what I will do is I'll go through the rows like that. So the first row, let me just say, I want to make this easy. So that's the first shade, and that's a shimmer. Then we've got the next one, which is a matte. Then we've got another matte. And then we've got the last shade on the first row, and that is a shimmer. Wow, that is stunning. Now obviously I'm doing swatches, I always do swatches, but you can't really tell how these are going to perform until they are on the eye. So we're now on to the second row, so that's the first shade. It's like a copper. But obviously I like to do swatches because it gives you an indication of what the shades actually look like. So that's the second, another shimmer. Then we've got a third shade. Wow, beautiful, gorgeous. And then the last one on the second row is that one there. Beautiful. Now, although yes, it is a nude palette, it really does have some very strong colours in there. So then we're on to the last row and the first shade. You'll be able to see that part of my arm. So that's the first shade. That's the second. So that's a shimmer, that's a matte. That is the third shade, and then the very, very last one is that one there. So that's the first row, the second row, and then the third row. Absolutely beautiful. Sorry, I've just put some shadow on the palette. So yeah, I really, really like those. I think there's some really gorgeous shades in there. You've got a mixture, you've got some really dark, cool tones, then you've got warmer shades, you've got really light shades, you've got obviously deep shades, you've got coppers, you've got golds, you've got a beautiful champagne. Really, really gorgeous. So I cannot wait to actually share with you a look. Now, of course, as always, I'm just going to pop my hair back so it doesn't get in the way. And as usual, I'm going to start off with a Primark brush. So it is a contoured brush from Primark. I mean, you can pick these kind of brushes, I think, up from other brands, but I really, really like this one because it's very inexpensive. It's only £1, and yeah, I really, really love this. It works very well for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with this orange shade here. So that one there, so it's the second shade from the palette. So this one here. So we're going to put that on my eyes first of all. Wow, it is very pigmented. You only have to tap it. Also, there is a little bit of fallout as well, but not too much. And as I always say, if there is a little bit of fallout, I usually find that actually, you know, they blend really well. So let's just test this out. That's lovely. That's a very, very nice shade to start off with. Now I'm going into a deeper shade, and I think they're all shimmery on the... I think I'm going to go in with the next shade that was beside it. So that will be the top row, but the third one across. And it was more of a camel colour. So I just want to see what that one is like. Very, very nice indeed. I'm just going to get a fluffy brush. It's just another one of the Primark brushes, and I'm just going to... Yeah, so they blend out very, very well. Yeah, I like how they blend out. I want to go even deeper now, so I'm going to go in with, I think it's going to be this one here. That one there. I'm just having a count up actually at how many mattes there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, and the rest are shimmers, and there is 12. So there's quite a lot of shimmers actually, and 2 in particular are like pressed pigments. These 2 are like pressed pigments. The rest are, you know, like shimmers. So I'm going to just pop my brush into, I'm just going to show you again because I want to make sure I've got the right shade. This one here. So it's the second one in on the bottom row, and I'm just going to put the tip of the brush in there. Lovely. That is really, really gorgeous. Just keep blending that. Just getting my clean brush again, just blending that out where I think I've gone a little bit heavy. Just going to go, I want to go even darker now to test out the really dark shade. I'm going in with that one there. This is why I like names on palettes, because it's so easy to tell you which one I am using. So I'm just keeping that into the right in the outer V area, and I'm just popping that on the outer third of the lid and just blending that in. Yeah, I really like that. So the colours are working very, very well together. They're blending nicely together. I think that dark colour, because it's not a black, I'm not too bothered about dark colours anymore. It doesn't worry me as long as I make sure that I blend it out. I really like that colour because it's not black, but it works really, really nicely. It's giving me the depth that I want without being too deep, too dark. Sometimes, I don't know why, but I just, you know, black sometimes just overpowers the look. So this is more of a charcoal. Let me just show you the swatch. So it's that one there that I'm using, and yeah, I think it's really, really nice. I'm just going, keeping it to that outer V, but also taking it in the crease a little bit and on that outer third of the eye. Just keep blending. I'm just getting my clean brush again. If you feel that you've gone too much, just go with the original, or get some of the original colour and just blend that in at the top. don't know why, but this eye is looking a little bit different. Let me just see if I can match it up. I don't know why, but there's a bit there that looks wrong in the mirror. Sorry, in the camera, but doesn't actually, it looks okay in my mirror here. So I'm going to move on, and I'm going in with the very first shade, so that that shade there, and I'm going to get that PS Pro shading brush from Primark and just pop a little bit of that on. And then the other side. I'm just getting another fluffy brush. I'm still not happy with how it's blended here. That's better. Yep, that's a lot better. And then I'm going to go in with, I think, the, which one? I'm going in with that red shade. So let me just show you, I'm getting myself confused now. This one here. So I'm going to pop that lovely, and then I'm going in with that deeper shade that I used last. Then I'm going to get my fluffy brush. This one actually is the oval shadow brush from Crown Brushes. There is a, I think it's a 7-piece gunmetal set from Crown Brush on their website, and this is one of the brushes in there. It's quite flat. So I'm just going to blend that in. Like that. Now I want a shimmer shade, and I want something that is really going to pop because the eye is quite dark. So I think I'm going to go in with this one to start with. So this one here, and I'm going to use my finger . That is very, very pretty. It's not like a crushed, it's not like these that are, there's two here that are like pressed pigments. It's not like those. It is a shimmer, and it is a very, very nice consistency. It goes on very, very nicely. I really, really like that, because it's really nice to have in a palette all different kind of finishes. So, you know, you've got mattes, you've got shimmers, and then you've got like pressed pigments in here as well. So I'm really, really liking that colour. And I'm also really liking that look at the moment where you have it quite deep and then you have a really nice pop of colour on the eye there, on the centre. I'm just going to get the original brush, with a little bit of that really deep shade and just deepen this outer V there, or the outer lid. I love that. Now I want something even lighter, and I'm going to go with this one here. So I'm just going to pop that on my finger and then put that right on the inside. Wow, I'm just going to swatch that again. Wow, that is beautiful. It looks stunning on the eye. Oh wow, love that. That is beautiful. I love that. It's really unusual. I love it. I'm going to actually just get my Pro blend, is it the Pro? PS Pro shading eye brush, and get a little bit of that on there and put that all around here. I love that colour so much. Love that. Now I'm just going to put on some mascara, and as usual it's the Nip and Fab Mascara in black. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on. That is absolutely stunning. So there was a tiny little bit of fallout, but actually what I did was, when I put the swatches on my arms, a little bit of the fallout that went on my arm actually fell onto the palette. You can see that I've now used those and there's minimal. I just obviously blew that little bit of fallout away, but there's no mess on there. The pans are really solid, and what I mean by that is you're not going to put your brush in there and then, you know, a lot of the product then falls away, which I really don't like that. I know that to be a very good eyeshadow, there has to be a little bit of fallout because you obviously want them to blend, so you don't want them so dry that there's not going to be any you know, fallout at all. But if there's too much fallout, then obviously that's a waste of product. So that, again, there was a tiny absolutely minimal, when I did my review on the Urban Decay palette either yesterday or the day before, yeah, the day before yesterday, so 2 days ago, that had more fallout than this. So I'm really impressed. I'm also impressed with the colours. When I looked at this, I actually thought, you know, it's just going to be a, you know, another warm palette, eyeshadow palette, but obviously this was a safe thing for me because I thought, you know, it's something that I know that I'm going to enjoy, because it is nude, but actually there's some colours in there. I mean, this one here particularly I absolutely love. It's different because it's got that duochrome colour to it. It's like a champagne, but it's also a little bit peachy pink as well. And there I swatched it, because when I did the original swatch, which was that one, I couldn't see it. But then when I put it on the eyes, I thought, oh my goodness. And to put that in the palette as well, I think is a really good mix of colours. The eye look that I created, I'm absolutely thrilled about. I initially thought when I was blending in that last colour there, I thought, oh no, is this going to blend okay? But actually I just had to make sure that I really blended that deep shade in. You know, like I say, I'm not worried about using dark colours anymore, and I've used a lot of shades. So basically I've used this one here, I used this one here, I also used that one, I used, was it this one? I'm not sure. I think it could have been this one, but I've also used this. I've definitely used I used this one. That was the one that I initially put on the lid, I think. Or am I getting myself totally confused? No, it was this one. That one, and then I put that one on the inside on the lid. And all together, that has created a beautiful look. So yeah, although this was my safety palette, or my safe palette, to see was I going, or am I going to like this brand, I really, really am. And in fact, I'm so pleased that I've ordered the Nubian 2. I cannot wait for that to arrive and to share a look for that, and hopefully I should be able to do that tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, obviously do subscribe to ensure that you don't miss out on that. And I think also there's 2 more palettes that beautybay.com had, and I think after this I'm so impressed. I think I'm definitely going to see if I can get my hands on those once they become available. But yeah, that has really impressed me. It's actually wowed me. I love it. So all of the YouTube videos that I've been looking at over the last year saying how fabulous this was, obviously I like to try things and test things out for myself, but yeah, they were all spot on. This palette is amazing. I love it, and it's definitely going to be one of my favorites. I can see that definitely. So I hope you found that helpful. If you're on the fence thinking, should I buy this palette, I think it's definitely going to be something that I use on a daily basis. I love it, and after this look I cannot rave about this enough. I'll definitely do a close-up obviously of this look, and I've got some more pictures of the palette, you know, the artwork and so forth that I will do on put up on Instagram for you on my account. If you're interested in the lip product, I just put on a it was a NYX matte lip cream in the shade London. I just wanted something very, very nude, so that the eyes really stood out, and I'm really impressed. So I hope that you found that helpful. Obviously do give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to watch further videos, and hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed, that second one arrives and I will be able to do the Nubian 2 exactly the same for you. But I'm loving that. So yeah, until next time, in fact, actually no, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, thank you, bye.